Okay, let's start. Let me share it on. So today I will try to share it on Twitter, but there is option on Twitter called Go Live. I'm not sure how to go live. Okay, I will try Twitter at one point. Let me turn off my phones. Okay, let's see. I have shared it on Twitter. I'm not sure how many viewers will come, but it's just an experiment. And let's start with survival mode. I'm going to our I think my highest score is, I'm not sure. So in survival mode, I have unlimited time. So it's more about accuracy, and I think I should reach uh, 45 at least without any difficulty, and maybe 50. Yeah, maybe 50 without any difficulty. That's a goal. Difficulty, I mean, I will obviously get some hard puzzles, but I should be able to solve those. I'm just okay, queen into c8. This is winning. I think this is winning, and queen moves anywhere. Queen can't go here, here. If okay, here, here. So queen, yeah, this is winning, and then just take. Rook d8 is mate, right? Yeah, yeah, this is mate. Then here rook b8 and rook d8 is a checkmate. Queen g4, queen g7. I can take and play e5. Okay, here maybe queen f3 check. No, there is a this one. So d takes e5 maybe, and yeah, it's a easy mate. G of 3 wins very easily. Let's see if my oh, so it's not posted up. I'm bit surprised because yeah, let's go to draft. Let's go to okay. It's not posted on Twitter. Rook takes c4 is winning, and now rook c1. Take take. Queen g5 is a mate. I can push this first. I can push this. King e7 and then e2. This is easy. Can I play this? This? Yeah, that's winning. This. Yeah, that's a mate. Then this, and this. That's a win. Hmm. This one is now difficult. But I feel rook d, rook e1 wins immediately because whatever check white gives, we're just clicking d1. Yeah. Here, if we take, then it's a stalemate. And definitely, black is trying to win, so we'll give this check. We'll play king b2, and that's all. Here, queen g7 check to stop that. Bishop e5 is one way, and bishop into h2. So bishop e5 looks good, and now queen d4 is blunder. So bishop d4, and now f6 is the right move. Yes, I can take, play a4, a3, and oh, ouch. Okay. King e7, a4, take, a3. This is free piece, so we should take that. Now, queen d4, button e5. Hmm. हो रे काय होतोय का जॉईन झूम लिंक आहे तुझ्याकडे सो यू कॅन जॉईन सो knight into e7, queen into e7, bishop into f8, knight into c3. That's the problem. Knight f6. Okay, bishop into f8 maybe, but then knight into c3, knight into e7. That's not working out. See, I can play knight f6, ef6, and then queen into f6. It's anyway better for white, but I'm trying to find something which can win. It's queen d4 e5. Queen d4 e5. At one point, I thought bishop f6, but that's not working. Uh, yeah, queen d4 e5. That's the problem. अरे लवकर म्हणजे क्वीन डी फोर ई5 ला काय जस्ट टेक अँड देन नाईट ऑफ सिक्स लोकांचं चुकेल कसं याच्यावरती बट क्वीन डी फोर मेक्स लॉट ऑफ सेन्स देर इज नो other move but what if e5 should I just take bishop into e5 d into e5 yeah I think so wow yeah rook into f6 is easier this one is quite easy uh now this one knight d6 check and it's a mate right yes now rook b6 queen moves and then rook a6 and that's a queen trap and knight into e6 queen into g6 is forced so we should always play forcing moves first. Now queen into e6. Now it's tricky. I think queen into e6 is not very forced actually. Yeah, it's forced. Okay, let's take this. And now I'm thinking queen f5 check, and I think we should make a draw because if we take, even if at right moment, then black can always play this one, right? So this is not a good way to, yeah, perfect. Uh, Rook f6. Okay. Now we have completed 40 and difficulty level will increase now, but doesn't look like this. Rook into g3 and this is simple checkmate, right? Yes. Uh, my first thought is queen h to check, but then this isn't working right now. We are definitely trying to win the game. Oh, yeah, I got the answer. So queen check, king c8, queen h8 check, king moves, and then rook into d7 check. But what? Queen into 8 is forced. Yep. Taking queen is forced. We don't have any checks, so without thinking we can play. Now it's a tricky part. Rook c8 is losing. We must move the rook. Rook can't be moved here. Rook 8 is losing. Rook e8 is also losing. So rook f8 is forced. This is a method of elimination. And now just e3 wins immediately, I think. King moves loses. So yeah. And here c8 queen is threat. So knight d6 isn't a best move. Knight e7 immediately wins. Yeah, it's over. King h8. And now uh, I'm not sure here. Yeah, this one looks interesting. f7, bishop e7 forced, and then g6. H takes g6. King takes e7. Yeah, that's win. Bishop f8 g7. But what's wrong with first g6? Okay, bishop into f6. So yeah, easy. Here I'm thinking knight c3 is one move. Yeah, knight c3 wins, right? Why? No. Then rook e2. Rook f2, sorry. So knight c3, queen e1, queen into e3, rook f2. Uh, Knight into d2 isn't a good move. He wins, right? Why? No. Then rook e2. Yeah, rook e8. Last move is rook e8. That wins. And yeah, rook e8. It's easy. Bishop d5. I can play queen c8 and take bishop into d5, right? Queen into g7. Yeah, suddenly easier once rook e1 is mate. Take, and this is the mate. And now again a difficult one, but looks like queen e5 just wins. Queen e5 just wins. Wait, my battery. Yeah, queen e5 wins. I can take and I'm piece up. Uh, Queen e3 check, king f1, queen into f3 check. Why there is lag? Is there any lag or delay maybe? Because on my phone I can see it's, yeah, maybe there is 10 to 12 seconds lag. So I'm not sure how to change stream settings. Let me check. Go to YouTube. Uh, how to go to stream setting. So there is plus, go live button, and there must be something. Okay, streaming software live now. Connection good, but how to change? How to go to settings, man? Yeah, I think I managed to go to the settings. Yeah, forgot about analytics. There is, I think, delay. I have added some delay. Stream health is good. It should be excellent or no. I'm not sure. Enable this. Then participant moderation activity, timestamps, reaction. No, that's for settings. Stream settings, yeah, stream latency, enable. Added delay, there is no added delay. So I think it's because of Zoom software. There is auto delay. Anyways, we'll just move to the puzzles. Now Queen E3 check is first candidate move because Bishop E2, then Queen into A3. Uh, I mean Rook D on Rook Queen and then Queen A3. So this wins King F1 and Queen F3. Yeah, I get a Rook. Then take and then take the Queen. This one is also easy. Rook F6 looks winning, G F6 and then Queen F6. Pawn endgames are always hard. झोप येत नाही म्हणूनच स्ट्रीम करायची रे. So, ही नवीन म्हणजे झोप येते 1 तासानंतर. क्वीन किंग F3, king F3, king F5, king G3, H4, king H4. No, that's not working. So if I play H4, GH4, F4, H5, F3, oh, that's winning. F2, F1 queen, and then this check, and I take the queen. So H4, G4 is not expected. Take H3, G5, H2, G6, and that's win. Yeah, yeah. H4 is win. Wait, what's this? Accelerator. So yeah. Wow. Uh, E4, E5 is not. By the way, you can subscribe to this channel. Artisan Dixit is my brother. He's watching stream from another room. Yeah, Rook H2 is winning. Rook H2 and idea is Rook H1 and then F1, Knight G1, then Rook H1. So Rook H2, Knight H2, GH2 is completely winning. GH2 king moves. There is nothing. Wait, wait, wait. Yeah, there is nothing. H1 queen. I thought king into E5 is correct now, but no H1 queen. It should be checkmate somewhere. If I move the king, then there is rook f8 mate. There is bishop g4. Yeah, bishop g4, king g2, queen d5 is easiest way, and even we don't have to consider any other options. Yeah, this is winning. Queen into c6 is forced. And now what's the way to do checkmate? चारे हत्तीचे हत्तीच्या प्यादे हत्तीच्या पायाखाली. Wow. So rook d7, king f8, queen 8, queen e8, and then rook d8. That's maybe not true because of knight f6. So here I'm thinking about queen b7 check, then king f6 is the problem. So rook d7, uh, king e8 is mistaking if it that must be the correct move. Rook d7, king f8, rook d8. Oh, rook d8 is there. Wow, and that's a mate, king e7 and rook e8. Okay, guys, we are at 57. Not I follow your tweets. Very witty. Thanks, man. I features diaries. अं, हत्तीच्या शेजारी घोडा आणि त्याच्या समोर उंट आणि आजूबाजूचे सैनिक. वाव. Bishop f3, check, king takes h3 is losing because of queen g4 mate. King f1, then queen g2, king e1, queen f2, king d2. That's, I think here we should somehow find a forcing mate, and I just realized bishop into g5 is a possibility. So have to be very careful. Bishop f3, king h3. Yeah, but bishop f3, king f1, then what? Bishop f3, king f1 is a problem. But bishop f3 is forcing, so we should play bishop f3 and then we can see what will happen. Oh, bishop f3, king f1, bishop e2. So bishop f3 looks very forcing move. And now here it's a tough choice because queen g2, king e1, and now bishop into e2 is look. Oh, that looks very nice. But then there will be a lot of checks. So we should do something extremely forcing. You win the rook. Yeah, I win the rook, but I don't think that's the right way because queen checks. So we have to avoid queen trade, and there must be. I found a mate. Bishop g2, king e1, and knight f3 is a mate if I'm not missing something. So uh, I think there is some mating pattern here. The now the only goal is not to make any mistakes because after 58, I mean we are almost at 60. This becomes this position become very difficult to solve. Wait, someone saw my tweet, right? IFHS diaries. I just posted on Twitter with link. Did you did you saw that tweet or you directly came from any other link? Because I can't see my own tweet. Okay, it looks like rook h1 must be the answer because these are not possible moves. Rook h2 is okay. King f2 is one candidate move after rook h1. Then I play rook h2, but then king g2. Sorry, rook g2. Uh, Genius. Thanks. Puzzle was actually I should be able to solve very quickly then. This, yeah. There's 2650 GMs. Like if or maybe even consider a 2550 very strong, tactically sharp grandmaster. They solve probably 55, 58 within 5 minutes. So I think anything after 45, you need to think or spend at least some time. I still feel Rook H1 is the answer because King F2, and there must be something which I'm missing. Rook H2 is possibility. Not sure. Let's think properly. There can be H4, H3 type ideas. Uh, Rook H1, King F2, Rook H2. king e3, rook e1, king d3, rook into d2, king into d2. That's not the right answer. Because we have like, we are pawn down in this case, right? It's 6 versus 5. Not so easy to continue. Yeah, so rook h1 is basically this. But rook h1 don't achieve anything. These positions are winning by how much margin? Margin in puzzle. These positions are winning by how much margin? You mean engine wise? It should be completely winning. Yeah, these are like probably -6, -8, -10 positions. Uh, Somehow my inner instinct is saying rook e h1 is winning, but then at least in this puzzle I can't go with intuition. So, rook h1, rook f2, rook h2, rook g2, rook into g2, king into g2. That's a problem here. Yeah, engine wise it should be +5, +6 at least, or maybe +10. These are completely winning positions. Maybe after 70, I will get positions where it's like very difficult. How far did you go? Uh, I'm not able to recall it properly, but I think the best score. Okay, I haven't tried it regular. Like I don't do this regularly. But recently I did a puzzle rush 3 minute one, and I think I scored 44 or 40. Yeah, no, no, 5 minute one, and I scored 51. I think I can check now, but the problem is I'm a bit afraid about losing this progress. So, 'तू पुणे पिंपरी मध्ये नॉर्मल टुर्नामेंट का खेळत नाही जिथे 2000-3000 प्राइस मनी असतं. तू तर आरामात जिंकू शकतो आणि अनबिटेड अनरेटेड ही असतात तरी का नाही खेळत. Mostly I do coaching on Saturday and Sunday. So I think that pays more than playing these tournaments. So that's why. And I don't think it's worth to spend 10 hours. Those are mostly fun tournaments and not serious tournaments. So, yeah, so we have rookie h1 and we only have rookie h1. Like we can play rook h1, but I don't like this move. Like I hate rook h1. So rook h1, f takes g4, and then rook h2. That's winning. So rook h1, king f2. Oh, rook h1, king f2. Uh, rook h2, rook g2. Wait, this one is hard, very hard. Or I am missing something very easy one. When you imagine chessboard, what do you see in mind? But I'm looking at chessboard, right? But when I'm imagining a chessboard, let's say some blindfold calculation, I can just uh, whatever you're looking here, same only, right? Like that's what I will imagine. So just like when you listen to any YouTube video, video song, you can recall that entire video, right, in your mind uh, by singing that song. So you exactly remember that frame. So something like this, if I'm doing this blindfold, uh, and if I think about A5, uh, I'm going to see the position or imagine the position after A5. So yeah, okay. Okay, rook h3 is one possibility, but then rook into h3, and I don't like this. That's just stupid. Gf3 is illegal. So with the method of elimination, we can think we can skip these moves basically, and these okay, all then these pawn moves. So the only two good moves are rook h1 and rook h1. So rook h1 or rook h1. Same color board, no, no, I mean, no. But yeah, I mean, if whatever board I'm seeing at, I will imagine that. So let's say if I see this board and if I try to imagine, if I see this puzzle and if I try to solve it blindfold, then I'll probably see the same board. If I see some over the board position, but no, over the board transfers into 2D position. Like over the board is 3D, right? And if I see any position over the board and if I, let's say, sit into taxi or bus and then I start to recall that, it will automatically transfer to 2D board, not 3D one. 2D means like you are, whatever you are seeing on chessboard, it's 2D. What about this puzzle? My friend says, I think if he is watching, when difficult puzzle came, time pass starts. So something like this is happening. Okay, rook h1 or rook h1. Okay, now let's spend at least 2 minutes on this stupid rook h1 move because I did not like it. Now if take g4, I play h4. Yeah, but then rook h3 and I can't win that game. Huh. So that just uh, okay. Now it's like 102. Uh, Interesting. Always wondering that. Yeah, rook eh1 looks correct. Same position, solving same position is very boring, man. Uh, Rook eh1, king f2, rook h2, king rook g2. Wait, rook g2. I can take g takes f3. No, rook g2. I can play g3, king g3, h4, king f2. No. But somehow rook h1 looks really nice. But then king f2, and I must find at least one more to yeah, rook h2. There is king e3 also. So king e3 is, I mean, rook h1 is 99% the answer, but it's like vector image, compressed image of the board, with all the information required to play the position. Yeah, so just that's actually very interesting question. Yeah, like I never thought someone will think like this, right? How chess player actually thinks, because like there is a website called Lead Rots, and it's a very interesting website just to play. Yeah, it's very interesting website to play this draughts and checkers games. I think I also have my Lead Rots account here with the username of Nikhil Dixit, and yeah, it's they use leeches code and they developed this website, and now this is one of the famous draughts website. And at one day, I went to this website and I decided to just try my luck and play some drought game. Uh, and I failed. I completely failed. Like this, you know, just look at this. I lost. I never win. Like I have played how many games? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 games, and I never won. Like literally. Uh, I mean, this is so interesting. So my point was, I thought draughts is easier than chess, and then that's why I created an account. Then I realized, it's not that easy. In fact, it looks more difficult to me. And then I started watching some draughts board, and I think the Digiti company provides the board, and the clock is the same. And that's an incredible game. Huh? Mm, I don't know why. I saw some comments, and people are saying the game is very boring, but definitely they will also find chess a very boring game if they find draughts boring. Uh, but yeah, questions are very valid because. I'm not able to, like in chess, I can calculate, let's say 15, 20 moves blindfold, maybe, but in draughts, I'm not able to even calculate 2 moves, especially forcing moves, I mean. So, won't it be loosey compression? No, it's not loosey, depends on your availability. Yeah, depends on the ability to visualize. It's more like spending time in one particular field, right? Uh, so something like 10,000 hours rule, but uh, in a more difficult way, because you always have to think about how to make progress and everything. It's not like you just, there are ton of players who just keep playing chess. You will find at least maybe more than 10,000 accounts who have spent 15, 20, I mean, who are playing since last 10 years on chess.com, daily multiple games, and still they are hovering between this 18, 1900, 2000 level. So those 10,000 rule applies, 10,000 hours rule applies, but uh, your mindset should be like, okay, I want to become a good player. Then only you can become. And obviously there are multiple factors. So we are, of course, going out of topic because puzzle is too hard. But okay, anyways, I'm going to play Rook EA1, I guess. Sorry, Rook EH1. Uh, and let's see. Yes, I'm lucky enough. Yeah, so that's true. Hard puzzles, Akela, alaki time pass. Yeah, he's the guy, guys. I talked about you, Suyuk. When hard puzzle when we see hard puzzle, we start doing uh, good amount of time pass. I think time pass is typical Indian English word, uh, which is used by almost every Indian, at least 50, more than 50 times. And I think I found answer. Rook H2, Rook G2, Logic Baba भाई 8 views आए रात को. I think it's good, right? 8 views अच्छे है. What's your rating, Jesh? Okay. I think proper training is always required. Yeah, proper training is uh, कोलैब स्ट्रीम करते इस पे आई थिंक यू कैन सेट अप स्ट्रीम राइट लॉजिक बाबा एंड देन नॉट श्योर भाई कर सकता मतलब अभी नॉट श्योर आई थिंक प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग इज ऑलवेज रिक्वायर्ड या प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग इज always required in chess. That's why you see right chess coaching is booming a lot. Anyways, after doing a lot of time pass, I'm now spending again 5 minutes on this chess. So rook h2. See rook wait rook h1 to h2, king e3, rook d2, king d2, and rook h3. This looks winning. Uh, rook h2, king e3. No, but the main issue is rook g2. Rook g2. So rook h2, rook g2, and now rook h3. My only goal is to not do wrong until 64 because uh, it's a good number. So which rook? Rook. Wow. Rook. Oh, perfect. So guys, so you found the answer. Perfect one. Rook h2, rook g2, and then h4, f takes g4, h3. Congratulations, I am Suyog Wag for solving this puzzle. It clearly shows your practice is going very good. This one is rook h1, king g2, queen g1, king f3, queen into g3, king e2, and सुयोग भाई उसको करने दो तभी इम्प्रूव होगा. H takes g3, king takes g3, rook d3. Yeah, Dushyant, you are correct. तभी improve होगा. I will. Otherwise, no, that's not very good logic. But okay. By what should I play here? So there is a threat of rook queen c8. One candidate more I can say is rook g1, another is rook h1, and that's all. I mean, gh3 looks stupid. So hg3 looks stupid. hg3, king g3, rook g1, king h2, and then rook h1, king g2, queen g1. That is not working properly. So there are 13 viewers, guys. Stream ko like karo. Only 3 likes. But whenever I say about likes, viewers get dropped. I think that's YouTube algorithm for you. Like whenever YouTube hears like karo, please like kara, then YouTube will say, okay, they're begging. Now let's drop their count views. So yeah, you can see from 13 to 11. Crazy. Anyways, rook, king f3. What? Rook h1, rook g. टाइमपास केल्यावरती स्ट्रीम येत नाही त्याचं प्रीमियम एक्झाम्पल. rook h1, rook g. Yeah, but rook g1, king f3, right? Wait. Okay. Yeah, rook g1 makes sense, but then king f3, hg3. Hmm. But no, rook g3. Why rook g1, king f3, rook g3, king e2, and then king escapes? Or should I take hg3? Yeah, hg3 looks good. Why? hg3, king g3, and then check, king f3, rook f3, king. No, that escapes. By queen c2 mates. Logic Baba, Logic Baba, please give me hint. Not like Rocket, not like only one move. Uh, yeah, so Queen G1 is one move. Suyog is saying Rook G1, both moves looks good. But I feel like Queen G1, King F3 and this. But then this, that's not working. Mm. Rook G1, King F3 and then, yeah, but then Rook G2. Queen G1, King F3, H G3, but then Rook G2, that's the problem. I think Rook G1 makes a lot of sense, but then King F3, and then what? Arnav, high. Oh, Queen D1, but then King E4, Rook E1. Yeah, that's when. I think Queen D1, King E4, and then Rook E1, it's mate. Queen D1, Queen E2, we'll see. No, not we'll see. Queen D5 is win. So King E4 is over, Queen E2 is over. Rook E2 and then Rook G3. Yes, this is win. Right. If I click here, then okay, let's click here. Let's see what was the answer. मैंने लिटरली कहा था भाई चैट में. क्या भाई कहा था तुमने? वेट, कहा कहा था? अरे अरे अरे, मैंने मिस किया भाई. मैसेज ऐसे मिस करने के. वेट व्हाट? आई मिस दिस मिट भाई. Lead rots. I think how to. It was Rook F3. Someone pointed to chat. Yeah, I know. So your क्या message? How to file to check if I am title is legit. Yeah, that's true. Who are you, Logic Baba? I am seeing you for the first time. Logic Baba is expert mathematician. He has, I think he is doing a PhD from this University of Statistics, Kolkata. He's Logic Baba. Chat is going to slowly, slowly. Chat is becoming like Nitish chat. Knight H5 wins. Wait, I mixed up two messages. Uh, DC3, EF6, and Queen B4. What's the problem in it? That's what first thing we have to figure out. And there is no problem because A3, A4, B3, BC3. Since my last knight H5, knight D5, DC3. By knight D5, knight H5. Yeah, but the problem with knight H5 is bishop G5. So I think d takes C3, e takes F6, and queen B4. If we don't find any problem in that variation, then we are going to solve it. because dc3 f6 queen b4 and then a3 loses, b3 a4, all pawn moves loses because of cb2, rook c1, rook d1, castle, queen f4, everything I can see just going into f4. क्रेडिट मिल भी नहीं रहा, क्या बात कर रहे हो, मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा। हाँ, dc3 फॉलोड बाय सुयोग भाई, मैं सॉरी भाई, मैं भूल गया, आई मिस योर मैसेज फाइनली। नाउ आई विल ट्राई to not miss any message. That's my not the first goal, but one of the goals. First stream I am seeing where viewers are much better than streamer. Nikhil is super strong. He is just nervous. Uh, Thank you, Suyog bhai, for. I'm nervous because I'm not able to. Yeah, I'm not able to read chat very quickly. लॉजिक बाबा तेरे साथ क्या अन्याय हुआ? ओके, क्वीन एफ फोर, किंग जी वन, queen f3 looks winning, queen into f3, king e8, road to gm is going like road to 2350 maybe. uh, queen f4, queen f3 looks winning ना सही? what do you think? लोग मेरी रील्स खुद डाल के मुझे क्रेडिट नहीं देते और व्यूज आ जाते हैं। सुयोग भाई, आई एम गोइंग टू फोकस नाउ। 3195, this rating system is very bogus. I mean 3200, last one was, yeah, this one was 3195. 3195, you know how strong is 3195? It's like literally super strong. Road to gm, logic baba is the guy who sleeps at 3 a.m. queen f4, king g1, queen f3, yes no? And then if white takes knight into e4 at any point, we can do a checkmate. So there are three checkmating ideas after this. One is, wait, just remove all this. First of all, queen g2, then queen h1, and then if knight e4, then knight e2. Queen b8. Oh, wait, bhai. Queen b8 and then Akhilesh Nagreva is here, finally. Uh, Queen f4, then queen f4 and knight e2. That's not even. Yeah, I can. Yeah, there is escape route, right? सुयोग भाई ने जो मैसेज करके डरा है हमें, फर्स्ट आई एम जस्ट लुकिंग कि उसने आंसर नहीं दिया कहीं पे। या आई डोंट थिंक उसने आंसर दिया अभी तक। Queen f4, king john, queen f3 is winning, guys, because queen into b7, king e6, uh, queen c6, and then king f7, and my king escapes. Yeah, king e8 is blunder because of this. So it, this is forced. Finally, 61. There must be some checkmate here. You lied, Nikhil bhai. Logic Baba is also name. Yeah, bhai. Logic Baba is his name is Dushan Sharma and is very good streamer. Very good streamer. So queen h1 looks forced. Knight e1, queen into e1, queen d1. I'm thinking about queen d1, king d1, king b3, g5, king a3, h4, king b3, g5, take take h4, h6. वो तो draw हो जाएगा. King b2, g5, take take a4, g6, a3, g7, a2. Yeah, that's a draw. But There is a check with after queen d1, queen f2 wins. Oh yeah. Queen h1, knight d1, take queen d1, and then queen f2 wins. Perfect. Suyog by too strong. Too strong. So perfect. Thank you, Suyog bhai. Now, what does 3195 tells here? Any relevance to chess rating? Yeah, this is uh yeah, this is puzzle rating. But I don't think it's like the system is not correct. But anyways, after queen d1, queen f2 easy, we'll do 69 and out of the stream. I mean, puzzle's perfect. Hello, Farid. Bro thinks he is Hikaru. I'm not. Yeah, Suyog is Hikaru. Uh, but it's wrong to compare with anyone. Yeah, so I will say Suyog is Suyog. That's a better way to put. Queen c1 check, king g2, and then g into f2. That's my first thought. Thankfully, we don't have any checks. King into f2, then queen into c2, and then whatever white plays, these are four, six candidate moves. King g3, king g1, we can eliminate because of this check. Queen b1 and queen b3. Same goes with king f1 and king e3, queen b3, queen d3, take, king e1. Yeah, that's winning. So let's do this again. Queen c1, king g2, gf2. King f2 is forced. Now queen c2. King moves anywhere. These are six possible squares, and then queen b1 and queen into b7. That's winning. He is very, very strong player, GM. So I'm only noob here in chat. I mean, uh, unless and until you enjoy your chess, then it's fine. Yeah. So, Jayesh, we have spent lot of time seeing chess. Uh, it's 70% or maybe it, yeah, maybe more than, at least more than 50% of our life wasted into chess. Yeah, like seeing chess, playing to chess, going to chess, traveling for chess. If we include everything, maybe more than 60-70%. So uh, I don't think uh, like that justifies I am title. But anyways, GF2 and now Queen C. Yeah, perfect. Elder brothers, could you give me some advice to reach 2000? I'm around 1750 currently. Uh, yeah, you can watch Suyok's playlist. It's actually good, especially that Suyog and my podcast is one, and Suyog, you did podcast uh, with Hiram Bhagwat, right? How to reach 2000. Yeah, you can watch those two videos. These are good. For regular practice, I will say just solve 30 minutes tactics a day. Then we have also recommended some books, so you can refer to those books. You can also go to my website and there is a resource page, and I just listed out some books which I generally recommend to my students. Another thing which you can do is find a playing partner and practice with them, or just play more and more tournaments. Not like extreme, but maybe yearly 10 to 15 tournaments. And if possible, then get a chess coach. That will help you. Uh, Get a good chess coach that will help you. And yeah, I think that's already too much things. King h4, we have queen h4. What? Watch my have done, I will do definitely. So wins. My greatest potential is to ruin positions. I did not know there were playlists on chess. Someone asked me on my stream. Logic Baba, of course there are a playlist. And in fact, you should make one playlist how to reach 1800, 2000, 2200, and then सबको सेम बोल सकते हो. So rook g8, king f2, queen h4, king h1 को. But what's the difference between queen g7 and queen g6? That I did not understand. Queen g6 looks nice, but then queen c7 check, king. Wait, this is escaping puzzle. Yeah, queen c7 check, king e8. Bishop b5 check, bishop d7, bishop into d7, rook into d7, queen c8. Wait. I'm currently working on my great predecessors by Gary. Every position is taking so much time, but very good. Kasparov's analysis is top notch. To be honest, this biography type books or maybe game analysis books won't help you much. So, I mean, that's very good book, but maybe you can do that while traveling or, uh, like maybe you have some free time. That's just a reading book. So I don't think that's a very perfect way for improvement. Anyways, these questions will never stop. So let's solve this first. Queen rook g8, king h1, and then queen g6. No. Yeah, cd6 is one thing, and then queen c7. So these two are checks. Queen c7, king e8, bb5, bishop d7, bishop d7, rook d7. Queen b8, I can play king f7, so that's not an issue. Queen c8, I can play king e7, cd6, and then rook d6, queen c7, but then queen e5. That's the problem. Rook g8 looks forced. I don't think there is other move than rook g8 check. So because then, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, I got. Now maybe bishop d7. How about bishop d7? Bishop d7? No, but then queen into d6. No, not bishop d7. How long did it take you to become an IM? It took a ton of time. There is a article published on Chessbase India. I have written that article last week. It got published. You can search how I become international master uh, and Nikhil Dixit. You will find article on Chessbase India. I put everything. I tried to put everything under 1,000, 1,500 words. There is a little bit story of me. In this puzzle, we have to secure draw, no draw, no draw. Let's win. Do you have any tips on how to say moves in algebraic notation? I get lost pretty quickly. Takes a lot of time to see which square is what. Black king is also looks very. Do you have any tips on how to say the moves in Saksham? You have to. I'm not sure because that's okay. To be honest, I'm not sure how to. What's the best way to say the move in algebraic notation? It's very simple, right? Let's say bishop e6. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to explain it. 2400 is just a scam. They makes blunders like terrible. Okay. I believe books and chasable courses are great, right, Bhaiya? Uh, Chasable courses and books are great way. Coaches makes, I mean, 20, below 2400 players makes blunder. Everyone makes blunder. You will find literally every player makes blunder here. So I don't think chess coach have to be super good at chess. For example, math Olympiad won't be solved by many good math teacher. Yeah, that's exactly my my point. Is I saw one very funny reel where someone said uh, these top MBA college professors are not earning that much, but these business guys are earning so well. So you should watch our podcast going into instead of watching some random. And then some comedian posted a reel. He speaks in Marathi and Hindi mixer of that, and he's from Mumbai. So he posted a reel exactly, and his point was the same. Basically, every teacher cannot be good at certain level because obviously, if they are so good, they will continue the same field, right? So let's say, uh, let's say Gukesh, if he started coaching, uh, like of course, playing chess is much more beneficial for Gukesh right now. If we consider appearance money, tournament, Queen ओके सुयोग भाई जब आन्सर नाही येते ना तोपर्यंत टाइमपास चाललेला क्वीन जी सिक्स क्वीन सी सेवन किंग एट बीबी फाय बीडी सेवन बट दॅट्स द पॉइंट राईट सुयोग टेक टेक क्वीन सी एट रूक डी एट क्वीन सी सिक्स क्वीन सी एट रूक डी एट. Yeah, Suyog is only one interested in puzzle. I'm going to wait. Suyog said queen g6. I'm going to make queen g6. Queen c7. King e8 is forced, guys, because bishop d7. No, but rook d7, no, Suyog. But then c d6, king f6, bb2, king f7, bc4. How to do self-mate 101? King e8. Yeah, bd7 is forced. Rook d7 is forced. Wait, what? Done. Suyog is on mission. Guys, Suyog is just say all the best to Suyog. He is going to play a very strong 2200 above tournament in next 4 days. So just wish him good luck. Someone was asking what's the engine evaluation. Yeah, GA. Wait, what? I can't make anymore. Anyways, let's see this question. Yeah, BD7 there is queen d6, correct. Obviously, there should be decent Gukesh versus no, it's important at least. And I don't think chess coach. Yeah, okay. Let's keep solving the positions. Rook into f4, king into f4, a4, h5, a3, h6, a2, h7, a1 queen, h8 queen. But rook into f4 is forced. That's for sure. That's for sure. I don't think we should go into rook endgame. Yeah, I know, but Akhilesh down there. Rook into f4, king into f4, a4, h5, a3, h6, and maybe king f8, e6, a2, e7, king e7, h7, a1 queen, h8 queen. Oh, a4 first. What the Yeah, a3 is forced. By I think if Surya was not watching, I would never achieve 64. A2 is just winning. We got too strong. I am at this point. At this point, I want him to take rook f4. खुद के दोस्त ऐसे चुनो कि सबका नुकसान हो जाए. King c2 looks like forcing, right? King c4, rook c8. No, king c4, not rook c8. But king c4 looks like very bad move. So king c2 is forced. It's if the answer is king c4, then I can't do much. No, but there is rook c6. Whatever Logic Baba is saying, I'm going to do king c4, Logic Baba. Mate hai, queen d4, king b5, queen b6, king c4, rook d4. Logic Baba is happy to see wrong answers. Okay, now what's the diff? You won't be able to stop after that. It's an addiction. You don't have to coach like your potential. By king c2, रे king c2, king c3 नहीं. Now king b2, but then rook d8. Actually, chat is loading so late, slightly late. So king b2, rook d8, knight f3. I'm not sure that is working out, but then rook d3. So yeah, king c1 makes ton of sense here. King b2 is just allowing rook d8. That's the problem. So king c1 makes a lot of sense. King c1, but then rook d8, and then what? Then knight f3. Yeah, and that's winning. But then rook d3. Uh, we can play queen e2 maybe, and that saves the game. So let's go with king c1. By this is very hard. Uh, finding right moves. Okay, but knight is under attack. So bishop e3 is wrong, rook e3 is wrong, and threat is queen into s7. We don't have any other move to attack on these two rooks. So knight b5 must be wet knight c8 is there. एवढे टाइपो द्यायचे. Uh, what's wrong with knight c8? Knight c8 rook into d2. Take. Yeah, knight b5 is just the correct move, right? Taking is forced. This is just this is lost. This is lost. So only this is lost. So only move is king c2. Perfect. We are at 66. Crazy. Crazy. I think Suyog did 89, right? Suyog, त्या दिवशी किती गेलेले तू? 87 or 89? F5 is way too interesting. King into b3, f6, king into c4, f7, d3. What? Logic Baba, there is delay in stream. I don't know how to. Uh, yeah, f5 is winning. King b3, f6. Why this position looks so easy? Oh, f5, king b3, f. Then I have to play king d3, and that's how. Yeah, king d3 is important, guys, because if I play f6, then king c2, f7, then d3, f8 queen, and then d2, and black can't stop d1. So, sorry, white can't stop d1. King d3 is correct move, and then f6. f8 queen is forced. Wow. Queen 8. Just yeah. Finally, we are at 67. This is easy. Queen into d6, rook d8, and then knight b5. And then knight d5 and knight c7. Knight into queen into, yeah, no. It's so late you don't sleep. Giraffe, recently I heard about like giraffe only sleeps for 3 hours out of 24 hours. Like life is so boring. If like their cycle is only to sleep 3 hours, it's just insane. Like for example, humans sleep 7 to 9 hours, right? Depends on average human sleeps 7 to 9 hours, but average giraffe sleeps 3 to 5 hours. Yeah, queen d6, rook d8, and then knight b5 first. What's the difference? Oh, knight b5 first is crazy. Yeah, knight b5 first. Queen d6, rook d8, but knight b5, knight d5. Then queen d5 or what? But what's wrong with first queen d6, rook d8, knight b5, knight d5? Oh, now queen d5 is blunder because of rook d5. Yeah. Are Suyog knight b5 long castle then? I don't think knight b5 is correct answer. Kilesh, I should not speak about sleeping cycle. Yeah. Queen d6, rook d8, knight b5. Queen d6, rook d8, knight b5, knight d5, and then first knight b5, Suyog long castle. It's the problem. Oh, number of pieces are the same. I thought it's Yeah, this is very tough. Logic Baba, whatever move you will suggest, I'm going to make exactly opposite. So, not literally, but if I choose two moves and if both of moves looks, yeah, guys, Suyog is genius. Knight b5 looks like a way because long castle knight d6, king c7, and then knight d7. Uh, Queen d6, rook d8. By but queen d6 position overall looks winning, right? Like you knight d5 we play. Knight d5 is new move. Oh, knight d5, knight c7, na? Yeah, that looks also winning. No, but I saw that. But knight c7, knight into c7, queen into c7, and then queen g7. And that's the problem. I think Suyog, your answer was correct. First knight b5, but long castle, then knight d6, king c7, and maybe knight e8 or knight f7, simple take take. That looks winning. That's one option. My knight b5 is wrong. Knight d5, we play second. Queen d6, rook d8, knight b5, knight d5, knight c7, tick tick. But bishop c6, queen g7, g4. Yeah, still bishop into c6, and then bishop a3 is met. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to play queen into now knight b5. Now this is simple. Yeah. Anyways, डिफिकल्ट पजल आलं की जे डोकं दुखायला जात. किंग डी फोर, rook e1, a2. So king d4, rook d1 is forced, and then rook d3. I think I'm going to play this move, and this must be winning. King e2, rook into d1, co knight into d1, a2, knight e3, and then king c3. This looks winning because then the only logical move is knight d5 and then king b3. Excitement. Stream. This is ninja technique to end the stream. Yeah. So by how this can be wrong? What I missed? What I missed? That's a more interesting question. Why a2 is wrong? Sorry, why rook d1, knight d1, a2, knight e3, King c3. Wait, wait. Rook d1, knight d1, a2, knight e3, king c3. Why? Why? This is winning, right? A2 ठीक है, A2 is winning, but then what's wrong with rook d1, bhai? Knight c2 मिस. एक्साइटमेंट एवढी दाखवायची, एवढी की. Okay, I'm now going to play one, going to show you a brilliant skill of this checkers game. And let's start. I don't care now. This solving on puzzle rush or etc. Uh, I'm hoping this. And now you will see my skills, guys. Amazing, brilliant skills in this 3+2 game. This is like, yeah, Akhilesh bhai, good night. I'm also not sure until when I. So king, I don't know how to. Okay, anyways, yeah, this and then lost. Over. Look at this. This is just insane and very difficult game. Probably more difficult than chess. I think if I play this, then black must take this one. There is no other option. Yeah, black must take this. What? Why don't? हे काय आहे मधूनच? सुयोगचे स्पॅम चालू झाले. आईच्या रोड टू रोड टू एफ एम. न्यू टाइटल अनलॉक्ड. रोड टू एफ एम. Guys, this is already lost position. Terrible skills, terrible. And this will come and now it's over. No, but I can play this. Matam, you'll take this. If I play this, then you'll take this. Imagine the new audience. Is there a GM in checkers? Logic Baba, I don't think so. Because I checked top list, but okay, we can see uh, top list. By the way, Suyuk, what? Yeah, this game follow international checkers rule. So basically, in international checker rule, piece can go backward and forward. And they Logic Baba, you don't have any haters. Logic Baba's stream is so goated that you don't get any haters yet. And haters को opposite क्या है? Lovers. Bhai, oh, oh, this is the combination, guys. I always miss this, but I think this is blunder by him. No, I must take this, and then he will capture two, three over. It's over. By this 1300 guys, too strong. Literally, imagine in chess, I'm on leeches, I'm like anywhere between 26, 2700. Here I'm 1152. Chess, it's like a chess board, and I'm losing. Wait, this is 50-45, but what's this square is? Or yeah, there are only black squares. Okay. Game is played only here, right? So I'm terrible player. Okay, I'm not sure, but there is this train and yeah, okay. Very interesting. I can do this one. I can go to end game. No, there is drill feature. Chess.com/drill. This one is very interesting, guys. If you don't निखिल भाई कल चेकर स्ट्रीम भाई I'm in चेकर स्ट्रीम के लिए I'm in कभी भी whenever you say checkers is new chess for me. So master game. Oh, finding master games. Best. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. So some this is insane feature by chess.com. There are like ton of positions. I'm just going to give a free publicity to chess.com. There are like drill section, and you can see there is like imbalances, and there are hundreds of positions, not exactly hundreds of positions, but maybe more than 70-80 positions, and then you can uh, see all of those. So I'm going to try this master games and classic games, maybe Dubo Karekin. Okay, let's practice this. Wait, oh, I don't have to. What if I play wrong move? Okay, let's make this. Oh, this is not. So I have to. So this one is interesting, I think. So let's go to chess tempo and try to find moves. I think this is perfectly good. Yeah, puzzles. No, train. Guess the move. Yeah, guess the move, and some random game will open. Only concern is okay. Let's take some short game. Okay. My only concern is how to make. Oh, wow. This is famous game. So you knew this game, then we can change it. We can take a non-famous game. Wait, how to take non-famous game? Okay, this looks like interesting. Grishuk versus Caruana. I'm pretty sure no one knows this. Uh, okay, we'll skip openings. There is a cool feature of skipping openings. E3, very interesting position. And now I will find the move. So, okay, what are some candidate moves? One is d5, one is bishop c5, which is bad move actually. So, d5, bishop e7, castle, what I'm doing. Yeah, either d5, bishop e7. Only two. d5 looks most logical. And now we take with knight. This is correct. Bishop e2. Good night, Logic Baba. Bye. Thanks for watching this stream. Hope छोड़ दो भाई. Thank you. Now Bishop e7 looks very interesting. Bishop b7. Uh, Bishop e7 and then castle. But there is Bishop c5 idea also. I know f5 also looks interesting because here. But okay, we'll go with very basic principle. Good night, Shiv bhai. He was about to say, hope you learned something new. I was about to say something else, but I skipped that. So bishop e6 is most natural. So in opening, you should always try to develop pieces at right squares. So for this bishop, e6 is right. I'm not sure about g5, g4 as it allows. Yeah, this looks good. And now f5 is also the first thought. Uh, f5, bishop b2. I think I need to wait a second. Yeah, f5 looks interesting. I think I should change stream title as it direct say chess.com and I'm not on chess.com. So just a second. YouTube Studio. You can put in a chat box whatever move you are thinking, and then finding movies looks correct. Okay, we are back to. I think f5 looks good. Bishop b2, and now the thing is bishop d6 or bishop f6. Seems like general principle is to play bishop f6 to get e4. This is reverse Sicilian, we can say. Sometimes bishop d6 also works to play queen f6 and this type of ideas. For me right now, it's very confusing. I think bishop f6 is. No, but bishop d6 allows knight d to knight c4. We don't want that. And here I'm thinking very risky move g5, but then knight c4, g4, and then knight into e5. That's the problem. Uh, Rook e8 is one move, then knight c4, bishop f7. Yes, that looks good actually because we can't play b5. Uh, yeah, but queen e7 is also fine. So whether to play queen e7 or queen e8. Hmm. Yeah, queen e8 looks good because queen e8, knight c4, we can play e4, d takes e4, f takes e4. Okay, queen e8, knight c4, e4, d4, fe4. Whenever they take, I will take, and then I get a piece. But no, no, I just want to analyze. Queen e8 is minus zero point 0.3. So queen e8 is better, right? Uh, let's try to make, okay, I don't know how this chess tempo works. So let's try to play queen into a3 and then we'll see is this based on engine or what. No, queen into a3 they're showing minus 10.94. So this is bad. And with that logic, queen e8 is bad, guys. Yeah, queen e8 is bad. Okay, if I'm black, I'm very tempted to play g5 because then knight c4, queen g7, d4, and then e4. So yeah, you can ask any questions you want. So g5. So g5 is actually fine because whatever white, I mean it's around equal, so it's not bad. But now g5 looks a bit dubious because of e4. I can play e4. Bishop g8 is also an interesting option because then e4 will lead to knight f4. Yeah, I'm going to play g5. The point here is white gets this e4 very nice move. So I'm a bit hesitant to play g5 because yeah, I'm e4 player and I play Vienna opening as my main weapon and thinking to switching royal opens. I like position I get from this and I will keep one backup opening like Scotch and Vienna. The first thing I will suggest is you can play literally any opening and um, I think you're the one who is 1750 and you want to reach 2000, right? So yeah, my suggestion is just keep playing one opening. Don't try to switch unless you are getting very bad results. So what you have to do is just prepare an opening uh, or whatever opening repertoire you had. Just play 10 to 15 games in each opening, major opening, and then try to analyze the result and games. So sometimes what happens is you will realize, okay, I'm not able to play this particular variation properly. Then you can change that. Otherwise, just don't add random openings, new openings, just because you like to play different stuff or different. type of setups. Chess is more about doing boring work regularly. So whatever you are, so keep one opening, keep adding, keep playing the games on same opening, and then focus on middle game and end game. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Okay, I'm confused between bishop g8, g5. G5 is super tempting, no, but I'm decided to not play this. This looks very, this looks terrible position. Because knight c4 is coming. How to stop that, right? There is no way. Yeah, g5 is very bad. So knight b6, queen b1, and now g5. I'm going to somehow, no, but then rook into c6. Wait, who won this game? White or black? Bishop g8 looks interesting. Rook into c6, b into c6. This type of moves are generally, well, I will take this. So the thing is narrow, is Vienna is narrow, so getting the position almost all the time, and opponents can prepare against me quite easily. Yeah, so you can prepare Royal Lopez. It's fine. These are just natural moves, and maybe Queen G7. Take this. No. Okay. Yeah, so D4 is mistake. I don't think taking will help. So G3 just, or maybe take and just take this. Bishop C3. The idea is E6. Yeah, that's why I suggested you to get a coach, right? Like, because I reached 20, I became IM without any coach. I only attended two GM camps, but I feel like that was my worst decision. In fact, I'm not sure from where are you, but if you understand Marathi, then just watch my Chess Base India Marathi video. Uh, I clearly mentioned that it was my biggest mistake not hiring a chess coach, because you don't need many lessons. First of all, you need to find a good coach, and if you get a good coach, then you don't need to take many lessons with them. Because let's say, first of all, maybe if you even take weekly twice for initial some days, max you will take is 100 lessons, right? uh, yeah, and when you're playing tournament, there will be no lesson. When maybe he or she is busy or something, there will be no lessons. So you can cut down 20-30 lessons easily. Maybe in Diwali there will be no lessons, and yeah, so around 80-90 lessons, and it's good. Yeah, it's worth the money. So for example, why we go to school? Of course, I mean, we can't do homeschooling, or maybe okay, in school, comparing with school is wrong because that's not a decision which we take, but maybe college. What's the point of going and doing this MBA degree, right? You can just watch YouTube and do that. So it helps. I mean, it saves time. That's the main point. So if you learn a new concept, it will take, let's say, 1 month. But if you learn same concept from chess coach, it will take maybe a week. Also, one of my friend who is also IM, he gave me interesting insight. Whatever coach tells us or whatever advice you get from, like one-on-one advice, you will remember it forever. So uh, and that will be very useful. And that personalized advice matters a lot compared to some random advice. So, for example, even I'm, and if you ask me book suggestions, uh, how is it possible to analyze you on the stream and then give some book suggestion, right? That's kind of impossible. What I will do is I will just say books which benefited me, but uh, your coach will suggest exact books. Maybe not exact, but at least clothes which, like at least those books which will actually help you. Knight D7 looks good, and now I saw knight into E5, BD to knight F3. Hmm. Now knight E5. Crazy game. Queen into E7 or knight F3. I'm not in mood of I'm not in the mood to calculate everything. So I'm just playing rook D8 is also good. Now G3 or F3 or King H7. Yeah, King H7 looks good. No, King H7 is good actually. Plus 8.18. And secondary weapons, Scotch, Gambit, right, clear tactical battle. Here in my nearby, there is no single hill. I'm from village area, plus students who can't afford chess coach. Even before joining a tournament, I have to save money. Yeah, then maybe just focus on tactics, I think. Uh, that will help you. Daily 1 or 1.5 hours of calculation and tactics. Just do calculation and tactics. You will easily reach 2000 rated player within 1 or 1.5 year. Because calculation and tactics are so difficult, because you have to set up board and then clock and sorry, board and pieces, and then you have to see position on phone or book and then set up, then check the answer. That process itself feels very boring for GF2 looks like mistake. The process itself feel boring for most of the players. They don't do that. Most of the chess player, including me, uh, just don't do chess practice, and that's why they are lacking in chess. Uh, King G6 looks in everything is winning, man. What I can do? You can see king g6 is still a better option, winning option, right? Everything is winning. So I don't think this position benefits a lot. Perfection matters, but I don't think that matters a lot here. Yeah, finally we have finished the game and I'm online 21. Is there, will there? Yeah, correct. There is a way, you will find a way. I'm pretty sure. And that's all, guys. We are going to end this stream within a minute. First of all, thanks for joining us, everyone. This is very odd time, and I'm super thankful for all the viewers who who are still here and who watched my stream. So yeah, thank you so much. This stream is purely for practice purpose, and my goal is to uh, do stream regularly, just just so that I will do a good amount of practice and I will spend a lot of time on chess. So yeah, good night.